Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 10th episode of Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou, or Daily Lives of High School Boys. So, in the last episode, we had quite a bit of Hidenori, getting to see his summer life and how fulfilling that was. The student council also got to do a lot of good work, as they usually do. That good work did include trying to get an upskirt of Ringo, so yeah, job well done there. Of course, there was some kind of mixed feelings there, I think, but overall, I'd say it was a successful, very worthwhile mission. Also, I think near the end there, we got a bit of stuff with Habara backstory, back to see how seeing it back when she was a demon and all that. So, and Yanagi was involved, and just yeah, reminiscing about the good old days, kind of, I suppose you could call it. But yeah, let's get into this episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, this seems familiar. Fascinating. Okay, sure. Well, he didn't already caught hogged a lot of time last time. It's close enough. Wow, very subtle burn there. That is a bit of a problem in a comedy anime. Oh well. I assumed so until you said that, and now I have my doubts. Because I feel like they want to crush your spirit by getting your hopes up and then just crushing you, so probably not. Don't get your hopes up. It's for the best. It's also for the best. My cat not messing with my million cords I have sticking on my computer. Not that you can see my cat, but he is on my lap right now. Sort of sleeping, sort of not. Yeah, Tadakuni was not in last episode at all. I don't think Yoshitake was much either, but I could just not be remembering. I just remember a lot of Hitanori. I also remember Ringo. She played a very important role last episode. Can't forget about that. But Tadakuni, if you become the Akari of this show, you have my sympathy. Akari from Yuri Yuri. Akarin! Now I want to watch Yuri Yuri. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for this, so let's get into it. Now, first at Marts, the perfect place for a person to go. Do high school boys have limits? Yeah, more Hitanori. There you go. The one magazine just said sexy on it. Who's in there? Or is it just a random person you're waiting to get out? Okay, that answers that question. All I know is it's an enemy now. I can feel an evil aura coming from that door. Just find a nearby bucket or something, nobody will care. Just having a conversation on their balconies, as people do. Because who needs, a phone or anything? Well, improvise. Be funny if that guy left that toilet as soon as he done already left. But yeah, I think we've all been here. What? I suppose so. But something will probably go wrong with that too, knowing this anime. Man, those sounds are just, just don't go in the wrong one. Because that can happen when you're in a hurry. Gio-chan taught me that. Oh, wow. Book girls here. Of course with a book, no surprise. I guess I'll just go somewhere else. I don't think so. Calm down. And results. He is still in there, man. What did you eat? Okay, cat, you're getting off my lap now. Oh, oh. Oh no, I guess everyone has their problems. Yeah, that's pleasant. I didn't want to do it, I had to do it. It was either that or use my finger and wash my hands very thoroughly afterwards. Oh wow. It's just not your day, is it? How's the ramen eating gonna go wrong? Is the pepper just gonna all fall out on your food? Like the cap's not on properly? Yeah, there we go. Well, add some extra spice to it, it'll be fine. Interesting looking cat. Is that a big enough deal to dive into the water over? And the cat would probably be fine. He's probably gonna scratch him on the way out. It was the fake cat, isn't it? It didn't look fake before, but I guess we didn't get a good look at it. But yeah, your life just sucks, doesn't it? At least you have screen time is more than some people get. And now we have the protagonist of a different anime showing up. And yeah. Here we go. Oh. Oh, she didn't run into him. I'm shocked. Okay, I guess... Well, avoiding that is not really a good thing because that was your chance to get involved with a love interest, so... I guess it would have been better to run into her. Winter. Apparently winter is coming. Didn't we have a friend, you know, that hung out with us sometimes? Name started with a T. You know, as you do. What's up, Hidenori? Oh, here we go. Of course, the music's playing and everything. Oh. Is that Hidenori or a ninja? Which is it? A message. And I had to put a rock on, otherwise the wind that's always there will blow it away. Wow. Apparently she kept that. And please wash it first. High school boys and running. What would a high school boy run towards or from? Probably a high school girl, both. I'm here to buy a book or a CD or a DVD. Wow, you need to be at every scene, don't you, Hidenori? My God, I'm meeting him somewhere other than the hill. I don't know how to handle this. And I still don't have your code. I'm sorry. Oh, apparently we're not done here. She's probably embarrassed to be seen without her book. Yeah, I don't know why she's after you. I guess we got a running part though, and I was right that it's running from a high school girl. I guess we'll wonder who'll get tied first. She's already breathing pretty hard, so I assume her. Get a room, you normies. At least we returned to our hill, I think. Don't die on us. Both of you are in terrible shape. Oh, is it just like a race to try to beat him? Yeah, this is just sad. Now, what did you want? Wow. All about the misunderstanding. That actually did cross my mind, but I didn't I didn't think that was what this was about. Well, at least you got that point across, I guess. I was personally leaning towards it being a brother or something, but to be fair, I didn't have much time to think about it before we had our low speed chase. Don't hurt yourself. I cannot believe how much she's been hogging screen time lately. It's getting silly. What was that show? Live, Mount Fuji doesn't look as awesome as always. Ooh, no. That was a perfect channel. Let's go back. He said only the interesting parts got kept, and yet here we are sitting here watching him just sit down eating food while watching TV. But I guess it became more interesting when he started to choke to death. Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon. Yes, you're supposed to be careful eating those because you can choke. That is pretty bad. But hey, if you die, other people might actually get some screen time, so... You know, silver lining. Oh, he is there. Is he choking too? Yeah, I figured. Tadakuni, this is your chance for some screen time. Save your friends. Yes, he knows he's needed. That works too. I guess when it comes down to it, the little sisters can help. High school boys on the ground. So we're gonna do push-ups, or are they just gonna get beat up by more high school girls and fall to the ground? Oh. More like high school girls and ground. That was kind of cute, though. Just gonna ignore that, not even gonna try to look up her skirts at the very least. Help me! Or don't help me. I'm sure she is. Oh. Wow, dude, at least now the title's correct. Now who feels embarrassed? Just walk it off. I'm sure nobody saw that. We gonna have any more casualties? I feel like he's gonna fall next. Yeah, you're gonna fall if you come over here. Yeah, but you said it in your head. How do you expect me to hear that? Or you could say it out loud. You know. Yeah, there we go. Well, maybe if he was a mind reader, your warning would have helped. But as it stands, or as it lays, it didn't. And of course he's embarrassed too. Yeah, it can't be helped, dude. Just... You guys love the ground, don't you? You'd think you'd watch where you were going the second time, but... No. Some of these scenes are pretty short. No, that is not Tadakuni. Of course it's not. Wow. Speak of the devil. I think we just got robbed, my friend. Do you expect him to listen? They never listen. That's not how you ask. You're supposed to have like a please or something. Okay, are you sure this segment's not called High School Boys and Ground? As it is a continuation of the last one? Under a different name? Yeah, he should be long gone by now. Or at least he will be. Yeah, this is the actual High School Boys and Ground as a segment. Clearly I'm not watching Yoamushi pedal here. Oh my god. How much time are they spending on this? He is just gone by now. At this rate, the bike's gonna break and you have to replace it. And how do you feel this badly at riding a bicycle? Wow. I think somewhere along the line the goal changed. But I guess that's something to be happy about, even though we're still broke now. But congratulations, guys. Yeah, but it's okay. My bike, please give me my bike back. High school boys and cooking, what could go wrong there? I mean curry. No, curry. Curry is what I meant. Well, you asked. Yes. Well, fine. Make me a sandwich or something. I don't care anymore. Just stop hitting me. Well, then don't eat it. They're hard to make, you know. Yeah, get wrecked, One-chan. But you're not gonna be honest, are you? It suddenly became a competition that she should know she's going to lose. Yeah, I see that sweat over there. You know, you know this is gonna go. He's a better cook than you. You're a failure of a sister. That's all it comes down to. You know, I wasn't hungry when I started watching this, but that's changed. Yeah, how dare he make delicious food for me? Yeah, you might be doing a bit too much. Eating I was referring to, but yeah, you should probably work on your cooking skills. Are you gonna sabotage his food? What would you possibly gain by that? Deep inside, you would still know that you're a failure of a cook compared to him. And you're the one eating his food. You're welcome, ungrateful sister of mine. Oh, high school boys in school. Are they really playing hide and seek? I can tell. Which is surprising because you have 85% of the screen time. Well, that's better than having to seek. But, you know, but you still don't know where Tadakuni is. I guess he just transferred. At this point, they're deliberately having him not be in the scene just to be mean to him. That's not much of a ball, but I guess it sort of kind of works for a few seconds before it fails. Man, you know you're bored when you're throwing a jacket back and forth. That should work better, but then it lands on a car. The car drives away. Oof. Okay, it didn't land on a car, but... So I've heard. You could do some squats. Maybe shitty Tori. It's like nobody else around, too. Yeah, and Tadakuni was really not in this episode like at all, so that came to be a true thing. Don't worry, Tadakuni, I'm sure you'll come back eventually. They can only bully you for so long. To be fair, Ringo didn't really have much screen time either in the episode. I mean, Hidenori barely was able to relinquish any screen time to anyone else. Hopefully we get a proper High School Girls Are Funky segment. You know, with the instrument playing and everything. Be funny if Tadakuni just showed up in that segment. And here we go, yes. These high school girls will forever be funky. What are we up to today, girls? Girls who left scars, you know, like Kavara. And yeah, Karasai would be the one with the scar, of course. Salmon Travels, you know, she's right there. Poor Habara. I vote for the latter, please. I beg to differ. I think we should consider this offer. I guess I can accept that. I would prefer the panties thing, but... Oh, here we go. If only she was wearing a skirt. It'd be a best of both worlds here. But this is still pretty good. Oh. Oh. It's not quite a 69, but it's pretty close. I think Ikushima's jealous. Well, that did not end too well for you, now did it? It was fun, though. Probably. So that was the 10th episode of Daily Lives of High School Boys. And yeah, once again, we have an episode where Tadakuni doesn't really get any screen time, and Hidenori gets, say, a huge amount of it. And they pretty much had the joke with that at the very beginning, where Tadakuni says, "Hey, I haven't been showing up lately. Is there a reason for that? Am I gonna show up this episode?" Like, yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. Yeah, probably. Who knows? Maybe. And then no, it didn't end up happening. He didn't get any screen time at all, really, aside from that scene. And Hidenori got a whole bunch, just like he did last episode. So I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern here. Next scene, Hidenori has a bit of an issue where he needs to use the bathroom, but it's occupied for like ever, and he decides to risk it and go out into the open space and try to find another one. And he has a bit of difficulty with that, really, for the most part, because even the park, it's like there's this girl that he knows there just by the bathrooms, and it's just, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't think we actually got to see where he ended up going to the bathroom, but it just probably in his pants, honestly, if I had to venture a guess. But you know, that sucked to be him. However, later on, we found out that there was also some pretty bad stuff going on in that bathroom stall as well, because he not only was stuck in there for a while, but there was no toilet paper. And yeah, another thing that we've all been there, and that's, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. And in this case, he opted to use a piece of paper and looked very ashamed afterwards after leaving the establishment. So yeah, that's a very awkward situation. Of course, his day was not done there as far as being a crappy day, because he also trips on a banana peel and injures himself. He gets some ramen, pours a whole thing of pepper on it accidentally. He goes to jump off a bridge to rescue a cat that turned out to not be a real cat. It was just a very rough time, really, for him, I would say. But, of course, considering how hot I am right now, that jumping in the water doesn't sound all that bad, really. Of course, the worst thing that happened to him was he missed his chance to have a fated encounter with some girl because she was doing the very cliche thing of being late running to school with toast in her mouth. And if she had run into him, that would have meant they were destined to be together, you know, romantically. So he would have got a new girlfriend out of that if he just had bumped into her at the right time. But he had to tie his shoes or something that slowed him down, so it kind of messed up the meeting. So out of everything that bad that happened to him that day, I'd say that was easily the worst. But yeah, we also had the book girl kind of had a decent amount of screen time this episode, you know, comparatively. Of course, the bulk of it went to Hidenori, but and a lot of her stuff did involve Hidenori as well. That's kind of how she got away with some of the screen time, because she kind of piggybacked off of Hidenori's. However, because obviously we saw her before, because she was in, by the bathrooms when Hidenori was having that issue. But also, apparently, he realized that she still has his jacket because he was looking around and he noticed all the students that had jackets and he didn't. So I guess that's what reminded him of that he still needs to get that back. So he went to the usual spot and left her a nice little note with a rock under it, because otherwise it would blow away, because there's always tons of wind there. And yeah, she read it and she saw what it was and had a very fun reaction to that. But her screen time did not end there, because also she was near a DVD shop with DVD, CD, everything shop over there. And yeah, Hidenori saw her there, and she just like, as soon as she saw Hidenori, she just hunted him down, because the segment was called High School Boys in Running, and yeah, we had that as well as High School Girls in Running, which is infinitely better than High School Boys in Running, in my opinion. But of course, we did not know exactly why she was chasing him, and neither did he. And I don't think he wanted to find out, so he just went out there. And just both these people did not seem like they were in all that good shape, so they sounded like they were dying after about 5 minutes of running. So yeah, eventually they both stopped, and we got to figure out what it was about. And it was the fact that she didn't want him to misunderstand and think that he was her boyfriend or something. So she wanted to clarify, no, he's just a classmate. There's nothing weird going on there. And yeah, I guess that's the case. If she was willing to go that far, it must be true, I would say. My first thought was that she was his brother. He was her brother. Pronouns, how do they work? Because of that sort of similar hair color, I didn't really think that much on it beyond that, because I didn't think it mattered that much for this scene, but apparently it did, because that was the big point of contention there. Now the next scene, involving Hidenori, to nobody's surprise, he's just sitting on the couch, flipping channels, eating a rice cake, I think they translated it as there, and just, having a good time. However, one of the channels he saw, it looked like some sort of idol group or something there. They were cute girls, and I think one of them had bunny ears or something. And you also had the background that said Sunrise, which is also the studio that does this anime. So I wonder if that was a reference to like another anime that they do. I don't know. I think they do like a bajillion shows, so, very well could be the case. But, who knows. Anyway, the important thing with the scene is that he's choking, which was horrible, and then you also had I think it was Yoshitaka that was also choking, and then they were like, "Oh, Tadakuni, help me," kind of making you think, hey, wow, is Tadakuni actually going to show up and do something in the episode? That'd be great. But no, it was just Tadakuni's little sister, so it was sort of Tadakuni. but not really the Tadakuni that we had in mind. And yeah, so it was not. Yeah, basically it was kind of a feint there. No, there was no Tadakuni showing up. But on the bright side, they didn't die, so you know that's cool. Of course, it is common sense that you take small bites while eating mochi. I mean rice cakes, because you can't choke otherwise. So apparently, not everyone is aware of that. So just be careful at home, kids, if you eat that stuff. Of course, that's really probably only relevant to Japanese people who would already, of course, know that, so it's kind of pointless to say. But anyway, the next scene was, I don't know, might have been the funniest of the episode. It's hard to say, but it was just a comedy of errors it kind of came across as, because we had a lot of tripping, or slipping rather, and falling, like a lot of it. At least one person fell twice, just oh man, that was, I don't think he laughed a huge amount really in the scene, but it really was funny though. Because we just had, I think it was Tadakuni's little sister that fell first, and then, you know, he and I was like, oh, that must be really embarrassing, but, you know, I'm sure you don't want, you know, me to go over there and help you or anything, but, you know, I'm probably gonna do it anyway. You know, that sort of thing. Then he falls and feels embarrassed, then another guy comes and he falls and feels embarrassed, then she comes back again and falls and feels embarrassed. It was just so silly to watch, but so entertaining nonetheless. The following scene was one of the few that didn't actually, you know, revolve around Hidenori, shockingly. But basically, somebody had their money or something stolen, and from a guy on a bike, no less, that's probably a little bit embarrassing in and of itself. So yeah, this was a problem. So they couldn't catch him on foot. Of course, that just wasn't going to happen. So they did the fairly intelligent thing of borrowing a bike from a nearby friend, which sounds like the right thing to do until you realize that he's too incompetent to properly ride a bicycle. Which again, that shouldn't even be possible from a high school boy. Like, even if you don't ride bikes like ever, you should still be able to manage it well enough to not injure yourself while attempting to get a couple of feet forward. And eventually, the real punchline with this was that they spent so much time just trying to ride the bike properly that they kind of forgot what their initial goal was, and they were just happy and proud and excited to just be able to ride the bike properly. So at some point, the goal kind of shifted. So, but the important thing is that they were happy with the results. So that's the real takeaway there. So the scene after that, Motoharu and his sister were in this scene, and she asked him what he wanted, and he told her what she wanted. He told, I don't know why I have difficulty with pronouns. He told her what he wanted, and she was like, what? How dare you ask me to make something that's slightly complicated? Who do you think you are? Make it yourself. You know, that's the kind of character that she is. And when he does that, makes food for himself and her, you know, high quality food for the two of them, that she's very happy with. She can't just, you know, be proud of her brother and all that and be grateful that he's making food for her for a change. No, it's how dare you make better food than me? How dare you make me make food for you and you can do better than me this whole time? Who do you think you are? And then just, you know, demanded more food and then sabotaged the food that he did make and just kept hitting him periodically along the way, and just, yeah, that's Motoharu's little sister for you. Now, the last scene before we get to our funky high school girls was pretty much just a, hey, I'm really bored. I'm bored too. Let's do silly stuff for a while, okay? Let's throw this jacket back and forth. Oh, that didn't go too well. Let's throw the shoe. I'm still bored, man. What do we do? I don't know. It sucks that nobody else is here. Why do we even have to be here? Just, it was a very bored scene. And the high school girls, our funky segment, we had pretty much bringing up the Karasawa scar thing and kind of wanting to make up for that. So he kind of rejected the offers they made about, you know, panties and whatnot. And he apparently wanted to do something else. He ended up wanting to do the redacted buster, which I guess that's fine. And what they're actually doing here is the Kiniku buster, I think is the actual name for it. So yeah, that was certainly interesting. It would have been much better if Yanagi was actually wearing a skirt, but because then we all would have gotten what we wanted there. But no, she didn't do that, so that kind of ruined it a little bit. But it was still a really fun, exciting scene nonetheless. Like, of course, half the fun of this scene was just the absolutely terrified look on, you know, Habara and Ikushima's face. Just, I kept showing their faces and like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm watching. What's going on right now? Please don't do me next. You know, that was the kind of faces they had, and it was just a very random, very interesting scene, really. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Karasawa was happy with that decision after it was all said and done, and he was on the ground bleeding, but it was definitely a fun way to end off the episode, I suppose. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.